Hello and welcome everyone to New Moon 2025 Cycle 3 Standard Format. So we are back with the first standard format cycle for the year, and this will be soon followed by the first Blood Moon of 2025. So if you've been following our streams from last year, then you might have heard we've been saying we're working on things and more news coming soon. But unfortunately, it's been a rough few months for us, so things got delayed. However, I am pleased to let you know that we can finally take the first step forward. So basically, for future Blood Moons, we will be giving out tournament prizes, and that's a new thing that we've been thinking about and working on for quite some time now, and we've finally been able to finalize something, and there will be more coming up in the future as well. So this will start from this upcoming Blood Moon, starting this Monday. And just to give you more information about how this will work, so the prize will be cash prize pool with $50 split between the top 3 players. So the split is going to be the standard 50, 30, and 20% split between the first 3. And all of this has been possible thanks to all the continuous donations we've been receiving from people all this time. So thank you everyone for joining, and Sal wanted to emphasize her gratitude as well, and wanted me to make sure to say thank you everyone, and thank you for the future as well, because that is not all. So we are also working on overhauling our Ko-Fi page and adding exciting new features or ideas to test out. So these things might or might not be related to tournament prizes as well. So keep an eye out, but more information will be in the future, and hopefully the near future. So keep an eye out. There will probably be more announcements coming up about it as well when the transformation happens. And for today's stream, unfortunately, because of technical issues with the YouTube stream, we will only be on Twitch. But as always, the stream is going to be edited and uploaded to YouTube by Salad after the stream afterwards as well. All right, and with that being said, joining me today on commentary is going to be Eurasia. Hello, Eurasia.
Hey. We are here to net battle no matter what day it is.
Indeed.
Good to see you all.
Net battling, I'm sure today is the day that ends in a Y.
Is it? Oh, yeah, it is. You're right.
See? Yeah. Day ends with Y.
That means it's a good day to net battle.
Exactly. And without further ado, let's head into the setups for our first match of the day with Big Bird vs AndMySax. Alright, so actually I think Big Bird might be one of the newer players. I don't remember seeing their name around. Have you seen some of the matches recently?
I have seen Big Bird in Sesame Street, but not net battling. Ooh. So
okay.
Yeah, that looks like a new name. Come like in their folder though. All those tasty R's.
Ooh, that is true. I mean, R code is actually, I feel like, an underrated code. A lot of really good chips, a lot of very powerful combos as well that come up with it.
Yeah, I kind of forgot the Bubble Star 3 and Dolt Thunder 3 are both R chips, and that's a powerful combo. Since if Bubble Star hits you, it puts you in a bubble state. And any attack that is electrical element will do double damage. So that's already a good combo right there. We'll also have some Corn Shot, which again, Corn Shot's pretty dangerous. And if we look over there, Player 0, it's paired with Tornado.
Yes, indeed. So can you briefly tell us about the Tornado combo, as some people might call it?
Yes. If we see in this folder as well, there is a White Capsule. And Corn Shot, upon hit, it produces a grass panel. So a good combo is to use Corn Shot with White Capsule to keep them in place while also forming a grass panel under them, then using Tornado. Tornado, when used on an elemental panel such as grass, grass or ice, it will actually absorb the panel and actually increase the damage by double. So Tornado is already a pretty powerful chip on its own. So you combine Tornado, attack plus 30, and then double it. You got yourself a pretty instant deletion if the enemy has like 600, 700 health. So it's that's a great classic combo as well.
Yeah, definitely. And a little known fact as well, that in the Japanese version of the game, if you attach the white capsule to the Tornado itself and use it on an elemental panel, it gets doubled again, which is a bug that was fixed, so you didn't see that being in play here.
All right, that was one of the bugs fixed in between versions. Yeah. Oh man, that was abused so hard back then.
Yeah, I mean, imagine doubling it again, it would make crazy damage.
And imagine on top of that, you were full synchro. Oh my gosh, that's like 8 times the damage.
Woo! Indeed, yeah. But another very strong combo in this folder is you can see that there is the base anomaly, which is something that could be used with that double point or the attack plus 30 as well. I think one of Salad's plays is using double point base anomaly, then using that to break through life aura and still doing quite a bit of damage as well.
Oh, that's right. Base anomaly does 160, and if you double point it, that's strong enough to break life aura. Yeah, I've been on the receiving end of that.
Yeah.
Back in the day when I used to battle Salad. The good old days. We also see in the Navi customizer that Big Bird has super armor. So super armor on the shirt. So there's a guarantee of not dying from a strong hit, and also custom 8. So custom 8 with 2200 HP and charge max. That's my kind of setup. Like it's a lot of HP, but you still have good support for your chips. Although lacking in attack, the chips will do the talking.
Indeed. And that is actually fairly different to the folder if we look at AndMySax. So if we start by the Navicast, they have 3 attack with beat, rush, and custom 7. So they still have a good amount of custom, but they also have some attack and beat and rush, which are very difficult to deal with.
Yes, AndMySax is also running Falser, but AndMySax is choosing to use Hub Batch instead. And Hub Batch is not an attack giga, it's a support giga, which grants you a bunch of Navi customizer pieces. So even though AndMySax doesn't have that much attack, and custom 7 Hub Batch will make the difference. We also see in this folder, we see Groundman, which is Groundman SP, a powerful SP chip, and Erasement. Erasement in general is a good chip, but the SP version is pretty fast.
Yeah.
Oh wait, is that Bodyguard RC?
Ooh, nice. But is there white capsule? No, I don't think so. So that's actually something we've been seeing more often, is people running the Bodyguard parts, because individually they're all actually really good. Anti-Navi can deny one of the Navis, anti-damage is, well, obviously anti-damage, and anti-sword is very good for protecting Tengu. So they are all really good parts on their own, and if you happen to combine them and can actually land it, 1000 damage, it's very strong.
Although it's kind of tough to land it if it's not pilled, or if the enemy has super armor, since they could just, even if they get hit, they can just move out of it.
Yeah, I guess we do see the 2 Geddons from AndMySax, and Big Bird doesn't have Hub Badge, which means they're less likely to have shoes. But don't forget, this is Falzar version, so they still have access to Falzar Beast and Tengu.
What I'm seeing here also is that AndMySax's folder does not have a lot of chips for attacking. Almost every chip is a support chip of some kind. Like you see Area Grab, Focus, Geddon. If you want to classify the antis as attack, but 3 Invisibles, 2 Fast Gauge. Yeah, like the majority of these chips are not attacking. So most likely gonna see a Buster beatdown along with these chips, either getting rid of traps or getting rid of auras or some kind of defense. So it's gonna be an uphill battle for Big Bird.
Indeed, it will actually be a very interesting matchup because both players are running fast gauge. So it will be very interesting to see how it plays out with the different styles of builds they have.
Zoomies all day. All right, Player Zero, you ready for this?
I am ready.
Let's do it.
Let's head into the match and see how it plays out. Alright, so we are watching this from Big Bird's point of view, and we do see that red fast gauge from them, so we'll probably start with that immediately. But they are going into Dust, which can actually be a bit of a scary play. Obviously, you want to get advantage of the cubes, but there is the Eraseman SP, which is the thing you need to watch out for.
First turn bug fix? Why am I never that lucky?
First the bug fix and the life aura as well, so it's actually a pretty good hand.
Yeah, that could mess up anybody's day.
Ooh, both sides starting defensively.
Sorry, Rush. No, Rush! Don't, you're gonna break your teeth! Or Rush. Who's gonna eat first? Who's gonna eat first?
Ooh.
AndMySax eats first.
So this is actually a bit scary for Big Bird because they need to avoid the cubes. Otherwise they lose their aura. Yeah. So that's why it's always scary to take life aura into a cube field, because if you end up losing on the B-back exchange, then you might actually just lose your aura like that.
A thrown object from Dustcross deals 200 breaking damage, and that hurts a lot.
Yeah, I've seen people going to slash turn one on cube fields, and that's not really what you want to do. But it looks like Big Bird is going to be retaliating as well. So they are starting with a machine gun. They're looking at the assassin sword as well, which is very nice with this grass field start.
That BN4 battle thing was taking me back though.
I still haven't played BN4. I'll get to it eventually.
Someday, right?
Ooh, nice D-cross, but unfortunately... Whoa, wait. Okay, I was going to say it's going to be blocked, but looks like we know now this is anti-navi, because if it was anti-damage, that would have blocked it, and obviously anti-sword would have blocked it as well. Now, this is very valuable information for Big Bird, because what they can do is they can do the TFC exchange.
Look at that color! Like it's like a rainbow of purple.
Yeah, I feel like you'll barely see the frames for these, but it's like the small details people never realize.
Capcom has always been king of sprite details.
Indeed, yeah. Oh, and AndMySax going into Tango after seeing that assassin sword being used. Let's see if that Eraseman connects. Looks like still holding on to it.
Yeah, this is bad. If that's anti-Navi, then using Erase will be just bad news.
Oh yeah, that I somehow forgot about it. That's true, yeah.
Base?
Oh, so unlike BN4, base cannot be taken by anti-navi, so Big Bird would be free to use at this point. Oh, nice movement, and okay, interesting. So deciding to keep the anti-navi. Oh, no, yes! Oh, there it goes.
Oh, that was a dirty play. If you have an anti-navi up, and it's used in a TFC, it will get rid of the chip you were gonna use. So there goes bug fix.
Yeah, and actually that was a very nice play out of Big Bird. I feel like in that position would be tempting to just want to replace that Groundman SP with the Eraseman just to waste it basically. But it was the right play from Big Bird to hold on to it and wait until that critical moment and take out the bug fix.
That was that was genius and evil, and I love it. That was such a good play.
Yeah, I mean, if only Sol was here, we can all joke about him rating Anti-Navi very high, but yeah.
That's more proof that you have to be careful with even your own ships. They can be used against you.
Raceman SP, but the TFC into Tomahawk. Oh, the miss! Oh, that's
yeah, it's fast. Is this anti-damage? Oh no, it wasn't. That's yes. Anti-sword then.
No, I think it's still. Oh no, yeah, the anti-Navi guard based. You're right. Yeah.
Alright, yeah, that's the anti-sword. Oh, still. They took the full brunt of that tornado sneeze.
Yeah, I mean, that was quite the exchange between both players. So, AndMySax ended up taking the bubble uninstall into the Dull Thunder, doing quite a lot of damage. And then Big Bird got hit by, I guess, the Big Bird's breath. Wow, okay. Sanctuary coming down, but the Element Man is going to take it all out. Yeah,
that was a better idea.
Ooh, and actually, let's see if Big Bird decides to go for the play. So basically, they are throwing a flash bomb, which is going to land on that one grass panel that AndMySax hands. So AndMySax might be tempted to try to step under it to deny it, but Big Bird can use that to use Blastman SP on the grass to do double damage for free.
That's some tight timing. So it looks like they're gonna use roll,
which is actually a good option as well, because if they use that immediately, then they might be able to get. Ooh, never mind.
Just beat it. Beat it.
Beat eating good today.
Oh! Wow, that charge time was fast.
Now AndMySax is out of Beast Out. Beast Out only lasts for 3 turns, and after that you lose any crosses you had and you go back to base Mega Man, but AndMySax still has access to some crosses to go to. Oh, double point into base anomaly. That's going to do quite a lot of damage.
Wow, that was a full bear hit. That's not good. All that grab banish.
Yeah, this is looking very scary for AndMySax, because as you mentioned, the grab banishes can actually be used as very good finishes because they go through invis and I guess they apply flashing, but they do multiple hits. So you can use one, then follow up by the other to basically get the delete. Ooh, Sanctuary is going to take away. Actually, AndMySax doesn't have undershirt, so that's going to be game.
Oh, right. Huh. Wait, the crossover theme. Okay.
Ooh, Eurasian. I'm surprised you recognize it, but I guess it makes sense. You are the crossover expert.
The good old days of crossover battle.
Alright, and now we're heading into game 2 with another object starting field, but this time it's these guardians sitting peacefully and waiting to curse anyone who dares to touch them, basically.
If I remember correctly, you have to deal 10 damage or more, right?
I don't think so. I think any hits, even if they don't do damage.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I think even if it's very rare, but technically Muramasa at full HP does 0 damage, and I think that would still count. I'm not sure actually.
Yeah, it's been a while since we had any Guardian interactions like that.
Yeah, that's the kind of thing you'd see people testing, but does it really apply to actual games?
There you go. Beat sacrifice early, so that does not happen again.
Ooh.
Oh.
That is always painful. So looks like AndMySax decided to stay in base Mega Man and save their Dust Cross, and Big Bird going to Dust Cross B back, unfortunately getting punished as well. But this is looking like a pretty good hand, yeah.
is not too bad for Big Bird, since Big Bird has custom 8, so they still have a lot of options.
And looks like they are going for the B brother combo, as people call it. Blastman and Protoman SP doing quite a lot of damage, and we started on a grass field again, so this is actually potential for quite a bit of damage.
B brother combo? That's what they call it?
Yeah, is that not what they call it?
I don't know. I'm not following what the young people are doing nowadays.
Oh, I see. Okay.
That's a good name, though. Oh wow, that full custom. Okay, that Blastman's gonna rain terror.
Yeah, but actually, one thing Big Bird has to watch out for is the anti-navi. So, trying to deal with that Blastman SP with grass field can be very painful if your opponent has anti-navi, because obviously they can just flip it on you.
Yep, a complete no you.
It actually looks like Big Bird's considering starting with the rush before the Blastman. I mean, with the invis before the Blastman, which I was going to say they might be trying to get anger out of the rush and trying to go for ×2 on grass Blastman SP.
Oh, that's right. That's another example of something of yours being used against you. If you don't mash out, rush will actually cause your opponent to anger. And there it is. Like it's just enough stun. There it is. Oh.
Yeah, unfortunately we are in fast gauge, so you don't really have that much time to wait out the invis. But the way AndMySax is moving, they haven't used any chips this turn. It feels like they have something defensive. If I was Big Bird in this position, I'd be very worried about an anti-navi. Oh, there is a trap.
Oh, is that a anti-navi?
Anti-navi!
That's gonna brutal. Hurt. 1,000 damage.
And followed by the aura as well. Such a defensive turn from AndMySax.
Oh no, the chips are slowly vanishing.
Oh yeah, do you want to explain how custom bug works actually, since both players have it?
Yes, both players have a bugged custom piece, so I think it's up to 3 turns, if not like 2 turns. They start losing one chip slot from their hand per turn, and I think it stops at like 3 or 2. It's a very devastating bug.
Yeah, so with custom bug level 1, which both players have, it starts going down at turn 3 and ends, as you mentioned, at 2 chips in hand. So sometimes you can end up in a position where you have 2 chips, both different codes. You can only take 1 per turn. It's brutal.
Oh, freeze. Frozen.
Ooh, and the charge shot for an extra 100 damage.
Oh, jeez. AndMySax is going on the offensive.
Ooh. And followed up by the Grandman SP. This is looking very difficult for Big Bird.
Oh boy.
Looks like they are holding on to their chips. So I don't think we've mentioned it yet, but one thing players can do, and I think all of the BN games, is if you don't take any new chips, then you can keep hold of your old hand. But be careful, in BN6, going into Beast Out or Beast Over counts as an extra chip. So if you do that, then you will lose anything you've been holding.
Whoa. Just a little too early.
That is very difficult. Yeah, look at that custom bug ticking down.
Oh boy. And the worst part is, the chip order is still the same. So Big Bird did not have bug fix at all in those 8 chips. So wherever that bug fix is, it's way deep in there.
Yeah, so if Big Bird goes down to 2 chips, technically it might take them over 8 turns to go through and find the bug fix. Ooh, Raceman SP, which will bring down Big Bird to 1, then followed by a boss shot for game. That will take us into game 3. Oh wow.
And my sax was on the offensive right there.
Yeah, I mean, it was such a brutal exchange. Game 1, Big Bird was pushing in and doing quite a lot of damage, and then Game 2, AndMySax going in for the revenge, which will bring us into the final game, Game 3. It looks like Big Bird does have the option of uninstall, but they probably will avoid taking it because you want to have something to confirm it. So machine gun is a very good option, or a bubble star at least to begin with. Starting with life aura seems, and no cubes this time, so at least this life aura will survive for a bit. Nice, very good movement from Big Bird, avoiding the race man and being able to hold on to the life aura. Ooh, both players had it, yeah.
Everyone gets life aura today. It's free. Dang it, Rush, haven't you learned you should not be biting life aura? Okay, those are all the traps gone.
Ooh, interesting. So Big Bird this time took the fast gauge, but held on to it until the very end of turn. So I guess it didn't really make a difference in this situation, but sometimes that can be a very nice strategy to get the best use out of your life aura, because your opponent sometimes wouldn't have an answer to it immediately or don't have their own life aura. So you're free to deal damage. And actually, it might be nice to explain dust shoot since both players have been going into dust. Do you mind doing that?
Yes, dust shoot allows you to send chips to the back of the folder order, of the chip order of what you have, which allows you to get to chips that you need quicker. Keep in mind, it doesn't get rid of them; it just sends them to the back of the line. So it's good for you to get to what you need to, but just keep in mind of what you're sending, and try not to send something you think might be handy sooner than you need. It's pretty different from Gregor's charge cross that just adds a chip to your hand per turn.
Ooh, interesting. So going to the ball, start to remove that life aura, and then for the Dolph Thunder uninstall. Very powerful combo with the power times 2.
It's scary to think about that times 2. The times 2 Bubble Star 3 is enough to break life aura.
Indeed, yeah. And I mean, what's even more scary is sometimes I've seen people go into Tomahawk Cross trying to stop the bubble star from bubbling them, but what ends up happening is they step into it multiple times and end up taking way more damage than if they had just been bubbling.
I think most I've got hit was 3 times by a times 2 because I was in Tomahawk and I was moving backwards.
Yeah, that is painful.
I literally went 2-2-2.
Ow! Into the full cost, but there is the flash bomb that AndMySax has to deal with for the next turn.
Imagine getting uninstalled 3 times. You don't have a Lava customizer anymore.
Yeah, and it's always a common question people ask, like, do you lose more things if you get uninstalled more times? Like, do you lose less things? Does it depend on the number of hits? But no, fortunately, maybe. The first hit is all it takes for everything to go. So getting hit more times is just extra fancy, getting uninstalled animation.
I can't imagine if Capcom had put that in.
And now looking at the field, so these broken panels are actually making it very difficult for that base anomaly to connect. Let's see. Okay, nice. So it's going to be blocked by Invis anyway, but that is still nice for getting through defenses from AndMySax. Oh, and actually, if you look at their HP, it might seem like Big Bird is ahead by quite a bit. But if you look at the overall field state, both literally and figuratively, you can see there is these holy panels for AndMySax, which double the HP, basically, or allow AndMySax to take half damage. And Big Bird is under custom bug and draining chips turn by turn with no way of dealing with it. So it's going, I guess that's actually very lucky to take both the grab banishes into the air grab turn.
Whoop.
Yes, still a very painful position, especially with all these different letters in the hand as well.
Jeez. Yeah, that custom bug is ticking down.
Indeed, and as Stray Sine Wave is saying in Twitter, Big Bird is ahead in quotations, but Big Bird also used up a lot of the resources, whereas AndMySax still has a lot of things to go through and tempo to work with. Ooh, holding on to that grab revenge is actually very interesting. Or was that a new grab revenge? Because I think they have the grab revenge in set, but it was probably a new. But yeah, as Eurasia mentioned before, so they only see that Proto Man SP because you don't get new chips with the chips that get hidden. They are just the chips you've already seen, you just can't see them or pick them anymore. And yeah, I feel like in this position it might be best to take the R code combo because only using Proto Man will mean next turn you also don't see any new chips, which is going to be very difficult to deal with. Yeah, there you go. The same 3 chips you had last time.
Yes, I had DM. The custom bug stops at 2. I can't imagine if it went to 0. You literally couldn't do anything.
Yeah, I mean, even just going to 2 is already very devastating, as we can see here.
No, it would 2 is the worst you could get.
Yeah, now looks like Big Bird is trying to decide what they want to do. So obviously they don't want to take that double point because AndMySax is in Tomahawk Beast and giving them extra area will make it very difficult. But looks like they don't have many options. Oh, and they're all getting taken by the anti-Navi, so not even getting recovery out of it. Oh, hot badge coming down from AndMySax, which is going to give them attack max, air shoes, and a lot of other helpful stats as well. Whereas Big Bird is running low.
Down to 2 chips. This is not good.
Yeah, and I feel like in this position, the worst part for Big Bird is they might have quite a lot of chips afterwards as well, but you just can't really tell because they only have access to 2 per turn. So they are going for the tornado. Unfortunately, it has an element, so you can't even chip charge it with Beast Out. Yeah, now they're losing more area, which caused them to miss that tornado. The bug fix is here though. Ooh, that's going to be very useful. So taking the bug fix, which means into the next turn, the custom is going to be reset to whatever amount it was. So if they still have 8 chips, it will be back to 8. But we don't quite know how many chips they have left. They might be fairly low in chips as well. Getting decrossed.
Wow.
Yeah, look, they still have so many chips left to them. And they're actually all very powerful, like the Blastman SP on Tomahawk, Tornado with the Assassin Sword as well doing double damage. Or doing damage as well. Ooh, I think AndMySax still has a trap up here, so unfortunately, unless there is an anti-sword, the movement back though, and there was anti-sword.
If that was not on a holy panel, that would have been way worse.
Yeah, that was very nice movement from AndMySax, realizing the threat with bug fix. Big Bird has access to the rest of their chips, so stepping back will mean they can avoid the worst of it. But this is actually still very close. So Big Bird still has a lot of his combos, so it can still go for wood, and then the Ascensor can still use their own life aura, their own holy panels. So this is still definitely very close. And actually, I think Ascensor can hit you if you're paralyzed or on an elemental panel. Is that right?
Yeah, then isn't Assassin's Sword the highest level, so it's both, right?
Yeah, I think so. So this machine gun is actually going to be very effective, but I'm not sure about this get in play. While it does get rid of AndMySax's area, AndMySax did use Habash, so they are able to move between broken panels. And we are down to turn 13. Oh, it connected! Very nice!
Wow! That... Okay, a player 0, it looks like it's 3 chips, or is Big Bird just down to 3 chips?
No, they are down to 3 chips. So they had used bug fix to go back to custom 8, but now these are the last 3 chips they have left.
Okay. Good.
And actually, this is turn 14, so this is the second to last turn, and they used Invis at the end of the previous turn, so this means that I was just going to say Invis is going to last the whole thing, but Judge Man is here to prove me wrong, I guess.
Oh wow, it's gonna be down to damage judge.
Groundman SP coming down. And yeah, damage judge indeed. So both sides are probably going to be silver. And actually, do you want to explain how damage judge works?
Damage judge happens at the end of 15 turns. It takes the damage done by chips, not by things like poison panel and stuff like that, or if you have the HP bug.
Let's see. Wait.
What? 2 points? 2 points?
Was that literally 2 HP? Oh,
it was 2 of those shots. If they had moved a little bit more.
That is great. I'm pretty sure AndMySax had access to Beast Over by the end there. If they just went into Beast Over, they would have won. Yeah.
I've seen a damage just like 5, maybe 10. But 2?
That is actually crazy. I think that is the closest I've seen by far as well.
That's great. I cannot imagine losing a damage judge by that little.
Yeah, I mean, if I was AndMySax afterwards, I'd probably not be very happy because it's like, even if you forget the Beast Over part, if you just moved in, there were like 3 busters landing at the very end there. If only they had been able to avoid that, that would have been game.
Or at least even a tie.
Yeah.
But still, Big Bird, good job, man. Pulled it off.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, very well played from both sides, especially for Big Bird. I mean, AndMySax has been joining quite a lot of tournaments. Blood Moons have done pretty well historically as well. So Big Bird to be coming in and doing that well, it's definitely well played.
Woo! Well,
right.
we still got some more videos, so...
Indeed we do. So with that, we'll be heading into our second match of the day with Dancinghobos vs Not Third Pass.
I still can't get over that name.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think this is a new name for me as well. Have you seen them play before? Because I would have remembered if I've seen them.
They did play in the Urandom.
Ah, nice.
But I have not seen them play a normal set of rules.
All right, interesting. So let's see what kind of folder they've cooked up for us. And it looks like it's a double Giga folder with Bugdeath Thunder and Hubbat.
Double Giga? That's too much power.
There is actually quite a lot of power, and it looks like they're using it with G code, M code, and yeah, I guess it's mostly star code. It's just like more massive grab banish and bubble star uninstall for the G code and M code. So,
and also 2 recovered 300s. Wow, that's with 1800. That's not bad in terms of HP and support. The hub batch will make up the difference. Although hopefully not having undershirt will not be a problem.
yes,
Hopefully.
so in a folder like this, you want to use hub batch as soon as possible to get the undershirt and the extra custom and obviously all the other benefits. But as we saw in the previous game, actually, AndMySax ended up losing because he wasn't able to use bug fix. He wasn't able to use hub batch in time and ended up losing to that.
The one thing also to note is that Dancinghobos actually has a bug stop in their Navi customizer, so they actually don't need a bug fix like not third person has to take with them.
Indeed, and speaking of not third person's build, so it's a Gregar build going with air shoes, no bug stop, which I think is an underused variation of the Gregar builds, actually.
Yes, having shoes on Gregor is pretty important since Falster has 2 methods of obtaining air shoes. Gregor does not. So if you are playing Gregor, highly recommended you get some air shoes in there somehow. So this is looking pretty good. Like another person that has a lot of protection. A barrier 200, 2 barrier 100s, 2 regular barriers? Wow. That's a lot of barriers. Barriers offer possibly the best protection since invisible can be pierced by, say, racemen. Like, but barriers can stop basically anything. So it is cool to see that. Although we also see a guardian.
Ooh,
just a
yeah.
bear guardian in there. Huh.
I feel like not third person has been using that guardian tech quite a bit now. It's actually very interesting because if you place it strategically on the field, in this particular matchup, you can use it to block back the thunder, or basically you can just hide behind it and deny your opponents or make them scared to use anything.
Oh, that's true. Although there are ways to get rid of it, but you kind of have to be ready for it. Like if you just see a guardian pop out of nowhere, that kind of throws your, like it throws your current plan out of loop. So
Yeah.
I guess that's pretty cool.
Alright, and with that, anything else to add before we head into the match?
I'm hoping we see some cool variable sword combinations since there's 2 variable sword W's in this as well. Which is, I don't see that code used for variable sword often. Hopefully we see something cool like Hero Sword or Life Sword.
Oh, yeah. Because Hero Sword is actually unique to the VAR Sword. Life Sword you can actually see in Neovari, but Hero Sword only exists here.
Oh, okay. So, okay, gotcha.
Alright, with that, let's head into the match and see how it plays out.
Let's do it.
This time we are going down to custom 6, but Dancinghobos is starting with that full cast. So a very common play for builds like these, where you want to go into dust turn 1 and then immediately use bug fix. You also have the first barrier to cover you up, but to keep the matchup in mind, not that person has 2 magnums and plenty of ways to deal with the first barriers quickly. So let's see if they can pull off the full cast or they might lose dust. Looks like not that person is going into charge cross to also take some advantage out of that full cast and bug fix. cool numbers. I mean, air grab going down from both sides into the immediate race, man. Ooh, Dancinghobos getting punished for staying in place. And followed up by the Element Man as speed. This is actually a very rough start.
Oh, that was a good choice since it didn't. If they opted to go with grass, that would have also got rid of their holy panel as well. Going with Alec was the better choice. And also since I didn't note it before, the BN4 boss team getting a lot of BN4 references today.
Oh yeah, nice. I wonder
no, wait, this isn't a boss team. This is the tournament battle team. Whoops, those are two completely different things. Yeah, but battle pressure. That's what it's called.
Oh, this is battle pressure. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Miyazaki is also saying that in good job. Battle pressure. Let's go.
No, yeah. It's a really good theme. Like when you fight a tournament, there's a very cool effect. Judge Man.
Ooh, Varsod flying out. Very
and
nice.
Sonic Boom.
To be fair,
Ow.
I think Hero Sword does have fairly difficult input to do. Because don't you have to use like the diagonals for or something? Or is that a different one? I remember some of the Varsod commands.
If I remember correctly, Hero Sword is just back to forward.
Oh.
So it's a 180. Like a Long Sword is the Hadouken. So just quarter circle.
Yeah, but with quarter circle, don't you have to do diagonals as well? You can't just do right down. Yeah, see that? I think that's what I meant. Yeah. Let's see if Dancinghobos uses the Geddon. Looks like they did, but unfortunately for them, not that person does have air shoes, so they can freely move if they want to. Looks like keeping that one unbroken panel is very nice for them because they can use it to activate navis.
Yo, BLT time. That bacon, lettuce, tomato. Oh, I'm sorry, bacon, lettuce, thunder.
I was wondering what's happening, but that makes sense. But the thunder is going down, so no beat to worry about this time. And the slow charge that can deal with the life aura if it connects, which it does. Why did not that person get on a storm?
Oh wow. That actually went through the barrier because they were the aura because they were invisible. That's a weird interaction.
Oh yeah, so actually, speaking of the interaction, there is an even weirder one where you can have if you're using life aura while invis on a holy planet. So normally you need to take 400 damage to lose the life aura. But if you have two the thunderbolts at the same time, that technically counts as 400 at once and it clears it.
That's crazy. And if you are used to fighting Bug Death Thunder, you'll know that you usually have to deal with two if things are going well for the opponent. And also 666 on a race cross.
Ooh, I mean,
spooky.
The race cross usually taking the number 4, but that is equally spooky. And looks like we see the beast out. So if another person is able to navigate around the Bug Death Thunders to release the charges. Yeah, unfortunately getting interrupted and taking another hit as well. Let's see, nice. So this position is actually still very good for not that person because they can apply quite a lot of damage very quickly.
Oh, that hit him twice.
Oh, and the music speeding up to the HP as well, making it more intense. this is still a very scary position for Dancinghobos. They don't have access to their recoveries, and they are still very low HP, so they need to be very careful playing around that race boost.
Oh!
That Groundman SP is going to do quite a bit of damage. Ooh, Q-Force is coming down though, and the barrier tech.
Force! The only safe place to stand is in the middle. Oh wait, they're invisible, right?
Oh no, this is too early. Maybe they meant to chip charge actually, because now they are out of chips, and this is going back to being very scary for an third person, especially if they get hit like that. It only takes 2 Bugdeath Thunders to basically bring them down to 1 HP.
Wow, the tide turned fast right there.
Yeah, indeed. Q-Force is a very strong chip, but unfortunately, it's not useful if it doesn't connect. And now we see Dancinghobos with the life aura. So if not that person doesn't have any way to clear it, that might get difficult for them. Oh, and actually stepping forward. Oh no, so now if not that person tries to step back, they'll be hit by both Bugdeath Thunders. Yeah, and
oh no!
Oh, wait, the Guardian? Is that no? Hide behind it. Yeah, actually, they might be able to get the Bugdeath Thunder to hit the Guardian, clearing the life aura. Let's see if that works. Ooh. Oh no! Very close. Oh, very close to the end of Sad.
Oh, the 4.5 battle. This is the general battle theme for 4.5. Like if you're fighting a friendly knob.
I genuinely don't understand how you recognize all of them.
Well, 4.5 has bad Navis. The Dark Lords, we'll call them quotation marks.
Ooh.
Like they have a different boss beam. These are the ones. These are for battles of Navis you fight. You challenge in the overworld.
Oh.
So, yeah, that's why I call it friendly Navis, because you just talk to them for a fight, and if you lose, there's no game over. You just say, oh, I beat you, yay.
Oh. So if you fight like the random Navis that pop up, you lose chips?
No, you die.
Oh, I mean,
yeah, like
you get deleted, right?
Yeah, like you actually die from those Dark Lords.
You mean deleted, right?
Yes, you get deleted.
Yeah. Unlived. I don't think we can say that. Yeah.
yes, I totally meant deleted.
Yes.
The bad Navis will delete you. These are for battles of friendly fights, where there are no stakes. This is just good old-fashioned net battling fun. Which is basically what we're doing now.
But it would be more fun if we had some steak. I feel hungry. Ooh, that decross is very painful. Getting decrossed as dust crossed by Erase is 400 damage and losing the access to the cross. But it looks like this time Dancinghobos has access to one of the recovery 300s, but they are thinking about going with Element Man SP instead. Ooh, maybe the 300.
Those two slow gauges can be fodder.
Yeah, I feel like it might be good to take at least one of the slow gauges to chip charge. So looking at not that person's folder, they don't have any access to any fast gauges, which means as soon as Dancinghobos drops the slow gauge, the game will stay in slow gauge.
Ow.
Ooh,
one more?
Yeah.
For the record, that's dealing over 200 damage each tail. The Gregor Beast process, all of them except for Erase Beast each deal over 200 damage. So getting hit by two or three of them, that's already 600 damage right there. That's basically a Giga Chip worth.
It looks like Dancing is deciding to go with Tango Cross, but in Beast Out, it's actually, I think, one frame input that you need to be able to. So you need to press the B and the back at the same frame, and the Guardian being dropped. Ooh, that was close actually. They almost hit the Guardian with a feather there while trying to do game input.
Wow, that is some wicked protection right there.
And actually,
okay, now.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure why Dancinghobos decided to wait that long for dropping the Holy Aura, because having the Holy Aura on can allow them to fully block that Erase Beast 10 and also buster that Guardian for free without worrying about losing it. I'm not sure if they actually know about the way it works with Life Aura. But we did see Dancing have 444 HP for a split second before the HP drop, so... Ooh, the Magnum, let's see if that kills it, and it does, nice. Yep. Ooh, actually, wait a second, so...
What?
Because, yeah.
Oh, the Guardian is still... Because the Guardian's still there, they don't get the area.
Oh, and now by trying to take it back, that's considered as hitting the Guardian, which will activate the Punisher.
Ow.
Ooh, and unfortunately, being unable to do the B-back input to clear out the barrier 200, it's actually very difficult to do consistently. Alright, going for the Geddon into Habite. So don't forget, we still have... I don't think Not That Person got uninstalled yet. So I think they still have access to their airshoes. So this Geddon is not going to be as valuable. But don't forget, it can still block Q-Force. Urizaki in Twitch is asking, does this interaction apply to all objects? And it does indeed. So the panels only return if they're considered empty, and by having an object on that panel, you're technically occupying it and keeping it busy.
Yeah, it's one of those interactions that doesn't come up often, but it's just it's funny when it happens. Wait, what? One Colonel Force?
a Colonel soldier?
Yeah.
Army?
Yeah, that's only one soldier.
He's just on his own, everyone else is taking a nap. And unfortunately, it looks like Dancinghobos doesn't have any recoveries. They still have access to Sprout Cross. They can potentially take that All-Star and use that to gain 50 HP, but 50 HP against 2000 and basically 50. It's going to be very difficult to come back from.
One panel Q-Force.
I don't know which is worse, the one panel Q-Force or the one hit Meteor Knuckles. I feel like the one panel Q-Force is worse, but who knows. Ooh, okay, so they did go into Sprout Cross. The Magnum, oh, unfortunately.
Oh!
If that connects, that will take us into games.
Magnum! One of the best cursor chips ever made.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, almost all cursor chips are the best cursor chips to be ever made, but we don't talk about Circle Gun.
Yeah, Circle Gun is the only one that has a literal blind spot.
Yeah, I think it's very cool that you can actually get it to land twice if you can gain all of their area, but that's such a rare thing to happen. You basically never see it. Tango Man connecting in. So in that position, what Dancinghobos could have done is actually step up, because by stepping up, that means the Tengu Man is always going to miss, and they will keep their barrier. I'm not sure if another person meant for that or that was a missed input on the Magnum. I think ideally you would want the Magnum to target the column, the row there, so you can break off the middle and stop the opponent from moving, basically.
That's gonna be a tough dodge with that Bubble Star 3. They're blind, so that
Ooh, forgetting about these cubes and firing all of them instantly. But the Windrak D-Cross, very nice.
Wow. Okay. It was unfortunate that the Bubble Star was launched at the top corner, so I only stayed in the top 2 panels.
Yeah, so that's actually one of the drawbacks of using Bubble Star with Beast Out, is the Beast Out tries its best and tries to aim it for you. But unfortunately what that sometimes ends up doing is allowing the opponent a guaranteed safe position to avoid it.
Yeah, auto lock on isn't perfect.
Yeah, I mean, especially with things like static as well, where it doesn't try to optimize for the maximum range, it can be annoying.
So keep that in mind if you're trying to rely on Beast Out.
Oh, that barrier star tech, which I feel like could have worked well against Baghdad Thunder, but actually, wait, Dancinghobos misplayed that, yeah, because now what not the person can do is basically wall off full BDT or 2 of them with the timing with just that barrier star.
Oh, it's gone.
Ooh, yeah.
Wow. Okay, there it is.
Yeah. So what Dancinghobos should have done there is basically just use normal Beast Buster. Only has 10 HP. You'll probably get through it fairly quickly.
Yeah, but Barrier's great at blocking any hit, but it still just has 10 HP. So
yeah, exactly.
It's still a little flimsy.
This is a very interesting position. So it looks like Dancinghobos was deciding to go with the J-code tag. So taking... Oh, wait! The area grab TFC for the immediate Punisher activation.
Oh my gosh.
Big brain. And keeping one panel of the area as well.
It's so funny seeing Guardian being used so much.
Ooh, very nice Judgeman interrupting that Baghdad Thunder. One of the main ways to counter BDT is to constantly interrupt it and deny them the charges because it takes them so long to get new one.
Unbatch! Max attack power!
Yep, now we have max attack, custom 8, air shoes, float shoes, undershirt, and shield Navi custom parts. Ooh, very nice movement from not that person avoiding that. If one of them had connected, the other one would have connected as well.
Surprisingly, Capcom opted to not give super armor as part of Upbatch, probably for balancing reasons.
Yeah, I mean, it's already a very, very strong chip. So if you give it super armor, that makes it basically broken.
Yeah, it's a good. It's kind of a good thing, but it also helps that. Oh wait, that's no good.
That is an unfortunate TFC losing out on the anti-damage for free, but this is still difficult to navigate position. Very nice parry 200. That will, again, if that paralysis had connected, not that person would have taken 400 extra damage from BDT.
Yo, that ground man.
Varsod, unfortunately, is going to miss.
I have to say, it's really hard to input that when you're under pressure from. Oh wow, the other one timed out at the last second. Lucky. It's really hard to input commands when you're being chased down by those BDTs.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, sometimes I feel like using neo-vari or variable sword can be telegraphed because you can see your opponent is like standing there for a second, just like taking a deep breath, doing the input, and then resuming normal action. At least that's how it feels to me. We're going for slash cross, though that can potentially be scary and nice. Life Aura is going to block that element -2. But there is still Gaiden in play, which so I think not that person end up losing their air shoes, which means now Dancinghobos is free to fire off these BDTs without any risk.
Rush finally got him. Holy panel. Ow. Wow, the panels came back at the last second.
Oh, is that BDT going to connect? No, just barely avoiding it. Very nice. Very nice movement.
The HP bug is slowly ticking down, though.
Yes, and Dancinghobos was also running low on chips, so we know they have custom 8 because of the hub badge, but now we can only see 6 chips in the custom, which means they are slowly running out of chips. Yeah, I wasn't sure if in Twitch you're asking why BN6 in particular is more popular or just Battle Network in general. But to answer that, for Battle Network 6, which is the game on this stream, is because it has the best balance out of the games, and for quite a while it was the only one we were able to play online at all, whereas the other games were very difficult to play online. But now we have our own rollback emulator, which allows you to play all of the games and has a lot of very nice features, as well as the Legacy Collection. Ooh, going back to the game, so it looks like Dancinghobos was down to 1 HP because of that element of fire hitting on grass. But this position is still not great for not third person, because they are locked in place, having to navigate against these BBTs and the Life Orb. Nice, the recovery 300 is going to give a good breathing room for Dancinghobos, and this is definitely anyone's game. So if not third person has any wind chips can blow away the life aura. Going, oh no, taking 2 hits,
wow,
that's 400 damage. And yeah, so in this position, Dancinghobos can just stay on the grass, on the normal panel, to avoid getting hit by the ×2 on grass. Ooh, that was actually very risky. Not that person could have sacrificed that barrier 100 to deal with that life aura by using a charge on grass. Magnum is going to break some panels, but unfortunately that works out against not that person, because Dancinghobos has air shoes, so they can just stand on the broken panels. Let's see if not that person is going to be able to survive until 10-15, but it looks like...
Oh, that was... all those dodges. Yo, that was a lot of dodging.
Always very unfortunate when playing against Baghdad Thunder. Even the slightest miss can mean you get hit by 400 damage after 400, and then basically your HP bleeds out and ends with a loss, unfortunately.
Using Life Aura after your opponent has exhausted their strong chips is a pretty rough way to go.
Yeah, that's why sometimes players try to keep track of when Life Aura is used and basically always keep a backup way to remove it. So in Gregor, that could be some of the Beast Out phones, Winddrag, or even some of the SP Navis, if they have any. But unfortunately for not third person, they were basically out of chips. And Dancinghobos was at 1 HP, so they only needed a single Buster Shot after that to finish off.
I wasn't even playing, and I was still trying to dodge left and right because
yeah, I mean, BDT definitely does that to people. All right, well played to both sides, but now we'll be heading into a third and final match for the day. Let's take a look at the setups for Ricky Sparks vs QED. All right, and again, so I feel like every match this stream had someone I I've not been able to recognize. So QED is another new player which I don't think I've seen before. I'm not sure if they joined recently, like EU Random or something like that. But looking at both sides, so Ricky Spark is going with quite a lot of HP actually. So this is similar to the Navicast bigbird used in the first game, but instead of extra custom, they decided to go with extra attack stats. Yeah. And okay, so still no Recover 300s, but this time they are going with a V code folder. So they have the Summon Black and Bubble Stars, but no Bug Death Thunder. So a lot of the time when people run V code, they do it to be on code with Bug Death Thunder or Bug Rise Sword, so they can use all of them together. Whereas in this case, looks like they went for Meteor Knuckles.
Knock, knock, it's Knuckles.
Knuckles indeed, and they do have the area grabs to support it as well with the get. So overall, I'd say this is a very solid folder. They have both a lot of passive damage in terms of the charge shots with area grabs, but also good damaging options with the SP Navis, Summon Black, and the Ball Star Electric Dragon combo.
5 area grabs. That's the maximum amount of area grabs.
Indeed, and looking at QED's folder, they are also running the 5 area grabs themselves. So this is going to be the battle of the area. Both players trying to use their own area grabs to maintain control of the field.
Although Ricky Sparks has the advantage since they have that extra grab revenge. Oh no, wait, no, both of them have. Oh yeah, they literally have an equal amount of area control. Wow, like both of them also have Judgment as well. So we're gonna see who will control the area, and he who controls the area controls the game.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's actually pretty accurate. Area grab, while it can seem like secondary chip because you can run 5 of them. Sometimes people just throw them away in TFC chains, but by gaining area, not only does it make it easier for you to attack, also makes it easier for you to avoid the opponent's attack. So it's definitely very impactful. And looking at QED's Navicast to start with, so they actually have somewhat similar Navicast, so both have attack, but looks like QED decided to go for one more custom with custom bug, whereas Ricky Spark decided to go for the extra HP without custom bug.
Yes, that is the unfortunate case of putting your Navi customizer piece on the outside. Bugs.
Yes, and bugs can be devastating as we saw in the first game with custom bug. But looking at QED's folder, so we actually see quite a number of things. So they have a lot of powerful combos on their own, but so we can see the Erase Man, we can see actually R code again with roll, uninstall, and the meteors. Attack plus 30, so a lot of the core chips in R code that can activate the Sun Moon PA. So I wonder if we'll see that today.
I would love to see the Sun Moon PA because that is my favorite PA.
Alright, with that, let's head into the match and see how it plays out. Ooh, and look at that turn 1 hand. This is the kind of hand you want to see. Starting with Life Aura and the bug fix immediately.
It's the kind of hand I would never get because first turn bug fix! Never me, always everyone else.
And they actually start with the low custom. So because they have the reg full custom, technically they have custom 5, and together on custom 5 is an amazing start. And it looks like we are starting on a rock cube field. So this time, because we have Falza vs Frigga, one player might end up going for Dust Cross. So Ricky Spark might go for the Dust Cross and then try to take in the cubes. And similar to last game, actually, we see that QED is running Erase Man SP. Erase Man SP is very painful to get deep. Sorry, to get decrossed, right? And yeah, looks like they are starting immediately with the life ords, trying to get some defensive pressure to begin with. Ooh, mashing it straight away is risky because if QED had a raceman there, they could have just used that as TFC and decrossed you anyway.
Yeah, that would have been bad. And that raceman would have also destroyed the obstacles as well.
Yeah, that's true actually, because raceman does have breaking property damage, which means it can do ×2 on frozen opponent, but it does not decross slash cross.
Yeah, it's a weird breaking property. That's breaking, but not really.
Yeah. Ooh, Sun Moon! But unfortunately, it's going to completely miss.
Oh, but I'm so happy to see you after... How long has it been, Sun Moon? Oh, I wasn't expecting a first turn Sun Moon.
Yeah.
Okay, they're safe in the middle.
That was actually very unfortunate. So this is why some of the PAs are difficult to use, because in theory, you're combining 3 chips to get out one powerful chip or one powerful attack. But it's very easy for it to get blocked or for it to just completely miss. So it's definitely unfortunate when that happens.
Yeah, it doesn't have the Sun Moon is will only hit 3 away.
Yes.
Ooh, that's a max power grab revenge.
Ooh, that's actually very painful. And now QED is fighting back with their own area grabs into an erase man. Ooh, that is very difficult.
Ow.
That is painful combo. Ooh, but now because QED stepped back, they're unable to land their own charge shots as Charge Cross needs air shoes to hit over whole panels. Oh, but being in Charge Cross vs V-Code can be risky because it means you're on threat of taking that ×2 Bubble Star into an Elect Dragon combo. It looks like Rookie is staying in base Mega Man. Oh no, actually, this is not going to regain any area because of the way Judgment works.
Oh! You want to explain it to me?
Sure, I can do it. So basically, the way Judgment works is normally he applies 100 damage and paralyze attack. So, but the secondary effect is regaining area. This only happens if the area panels can spawn books on are free, and in this case, broken panels, you can't have books on broken panels, which means you cannot regain the area. That wasn't the best explanation, but hopefully you get the point.
It's not often that you get an entire area broken like that, but yeah, if Judgment cannot spawn a book, you do not get an area back at all. And the only situation that happens is if there's an object in the way, but then we get into object properties. So yeah, so long story short, if Judgment cannot spawn a book, you will not get any area back, pretty much.
Yeah. So if even a single book spawned, the area would have gone back, and it labels the panels as reclaimed in a way. One book spawned, but none did there, and this erase man is going to connect and is going to be very painful. Ooh, no. Rookie Spark. I'm not sure if they knew about the anti-navi, but they could have used that to override QED's anti-navi, but now they end up taking 2 erase mans, and the Element Man Fire is going to connect. But still not quite ideal. Oh, this is still very close because we see that Meteor Knuckles. So if Rookie Spark is able to use that Meteor Knuckles on the Slash Cross, that can be devastating ×2 damage. And yeah, looks like they are going for the play. So if QED doesn't have any defense, they might be in a lot of trouble. Alright, here we go. So Invis coming down. QED is camping at the front, which might backfire because that means more potential hits for the Meteor Knuckles and no defense. One, two, three, four,
three.
5, 6.
Oh my gosh! Knuckle deletion!
That was so many hits, and with the times 2 as well. Each hit was doing 200 damage, causing devastating damage.
Again, when I use Meteor Knuckle, I get 0 hits. So that was impressive.
Indeed. So the number of hits is somewhat random, so it has randomness built into it, but it also depends on the number of panels surrounding you. If you're surrounded by 3 panels, like in this case, it technically averages at 4 or 5 hits, but you can see more, you can see less. So in this case, it was definitely unlucky by QED to get hit that many times.
Yeah, the optimal area you want is you want less open panels around your opponent. So less open panels means there's less areas for the Knuckles to go. So that one spot was a great spot because I had 2 less area for the Knuckles to go.
This is the Raceman TFC we were worried about in game 1. It ended up happening this game where Rookie Spark, by staying in place and using the life orb immediately, lost on the and the Windrak 10-1 to instantly remove the life orb as well.
That is not a good start.
Yeah, actually, that was a fairly risky Windrak from QED because while they do have a thread, they only have 2 Windraks in the folder, which means if this one was wasted without removing the life orb, then they would have only had 1, which makes it very risky for Q first time in the future. Well, looks like now Rookie Spark is looking to retaliate with that, denying the movement of QED. And then, now they can find out it was an anti-Navi. Very nice.
200 damage. Bam. Oh,
very close.
Summon Black is a pretty strong chip. Like, number 2 is 200 damage.
Yeah, I feel like it's actually underrated, and you can even chip charge if you don't need it. Pretty strong.
Oh no, the lock. Oh, bug fix.
Yeah, so unfortunately this is a very painful position for QED because Gooden breaks all the panels and QED is unable to move on broken panels. They are stuck there. Basically, they have to use defense or wait for the panels to get fixed and just take all that damage.
Oh yeah, this also goes back to what I was talking about. If you don't bring air shoes with Gregor, or if you lose your air shoes with Gregor, like you're stuck. Like you don't have any way to get out of there.
Oh, and looks like there goes the panels are back.
Oh, what happened to that charge shot? Oh,
nice uninstalled, followed up by a charge shot. Very nice.
Oh, the whole blocked it right there. Unfortunate.
Bubble Star into Elect Dragon. So Elect Dragon is also very scary. Not only does it do ×2 on a bubbled opponent, but it also cracks all the panels, which means it can be very painful for someone without air shoes because at some point their movement will be limited. Looks like they are going for the Element Man, maybe. Both are very good options.
A Bird Lord Falser.
Raceman is going to connect, but the Sanctuary is at least going to lessen the damage. But actually, the Elect Dragon is going to break these panels afterwards.
Ah, powerful combo right there.
Yeah, and the second one as well, if they use it in time, which looks like they won't be able to, yeah.
They're probably gonna hold on to it, but that is Element Man, right?
Yes, Element Man SP, and they have the guidance, so they have plenty of ways to clear off these holy panels.
The Thunder might be a good one, since... Yeah, there's a lot of options here. Let's get rolling. Okay, area grab for everybody.
Yeah, all the area grabs from Dan.
Okay, if we saw meteors, well, we're not going to see Sun Moon then.
Yes, because it is indeed one of the parts that goes into Sun Moon. Maybe after QED missed their Sun Moon in Game 1, they unfortunately decided to go without it this time. And yes, so just to answer the question in the chat, so currently we are playing on an emulator called Tango, which is basically a PvP specific emulator which has rollback and replays and a lot of nice features, but you can also play the games using MGBA or any other Game Boy Advance. Q-Force coming down, but unfortunately the Invis is going to block the whole, basically all of it.
That Q-Force, I'm sorry, what's that combo called?
Gundam Force?
Gundam Force, there you go. Yeah, the Gundam Force was a little too early.
Yes, so the main thing to watch out for is the opponent is flashing or blinking, which means they're in the invisible state, and you don't want to use your combo during that. You ideally want to use it when they're in the normal state, so they can be hit by the paralyzing shots, and then you follow up by the Gundam. Oh, very nice movement from QED and landing the Muramasa out of nowhere, doing 1,000 damage.
I blinked. That was 1,000 damage right there. Oh my gosh.
Me too, Knuckles. Let's see how many hits this time. It's not going to be as painful as last time without the times 2 modifiers. Yeah, so 4 hits, which is still pretty good with that area actually. Oh, but now Rookie Stark only with 25 HP against Beast Out Gregor. So Beast Out Gregor has the Rapid Buster, which can do quite a lot of damage very quickly, and they also have access to quite a lot of chips left, I believe. So this is going to be a very difficult position to come back from for Rookie Stark. Unfortunately, FC, so the Invis is going to be wasted. But they had the life aura anyway. Yeah, this is probably going to take us into a
Game 3. Woo!
I think all of the games today went into Game 3. That was actually spicy.
Yeah, everyone's been fighting really tough.
And the start of Game 3, you can see these conveyor panels on the field. So they basically force you to move in the direction they're pointing. But this is important to keep an eye on because both players have a lot of area grabs. So you can potentially get stuck. You can potentially be stuck because of these conveyor panels. So both players need to be careful with their movement. Ooh, very nice.
Oh, that was close. Yeah, that was close. Oh, yeah, you know, funny thing, the other ships coming road and going road, but there isn't a way to make conveyor belts that point upwards.
Upwards? You mean like that?
Yeah. Well, if you look at the field,
I see.
The back ones are pointing upwards. Yeah, like volcano panels. Those are one of those panels that you cannot make.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, I wonder why. It's interesting.
Oh yeah, damage judge is the only way to get a draw on this. Like, two people cannot get hit at the same time. The game ensures that if someone gets hit by something, one person will die. I mean, one person will be deleted.
Yeah, so, I mean, it's a bit of a long-winded answer, but basically, damage doesn't happen on the same frame. So, until you get to turn 15 damage judge with both sides doing exactly the same damage, which is very, very rare. I don't think I've ever seen an actual tie in damage judge. Someone, even if both players had 1 HP on poison panel, so both had HP drain, one of them will get deleted before the other because of how the game works, basically.
Yeah, the Battlework hates ties for some reason.
Yeah, I mean, no one's wearing a bow tie or like the normal ties. They never wear them.
Whoa!
I thought you appreciate puns. Yeah, I'm disappointed.
Well, I appreciate these meteors being used properly this time, because the meteor hits are based on area. Whoop! That miss.
Nice, very nice invis, but now QED is stuck in place. Looks like Rookie Spot has a lot of their own area grabs, so they can reclaim the area and potentially push for their own as well.
All these full hands being used, like that's a sign of good folder flow.
Let's see if they decide to go for the defensive turn with the life or more offensive and going with Element Man SP. I feel like in this position, Element Man SP is not going to be great because the panels are still broken. You can't really use Element Man Ice or Wood or even a Light in this position. So it might be best to go defensive for now or just hold on to it for a bit. Ooh, Slash Cross coming down. And we don't see Meteor Knuckles yet, so there is no potential for that massive damage again. Both sides missing their SP Navi. And the full cost coming down.
Just keep in mind, if you are able to take 5 ships, it may not be the best idea to do so, since you also want to conserve your resources. Because remember, once you're out of chips, you're really down to your buster.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, in theory, if you have star code every turn, everything, and you take 5 chips a turn, then by turn 6 you'll be out of chips. And you don't really want that, I guess, depending on your folder. There might be some folders who want that, but generally, you want to pace yourself and not waste chips, basically.
Yeah, so even if it seems enticing to bring a full hand of chips, consider if those chips might be better used down the line. So like this game is about strategy too.
Sancho being used and then followed up by an immediate Gathering, which breaks all these panels up. Very unfortunate. And actually now in this position, QED is stuck in front of Rookie Spark, which means Rookie Spark is able to freely use their charge shot to decross QED.
Is it gonna happen?
Yeah.
Bam! Again, another unfortunate spot for Gregor. Well, the good news is that they lost Slash Cross, so there's no concern of Meteor Knuckles. Or not as bad, I'm concerned.
Yeah, and I guess in that position, because they are surrounded by 8 panels basically, so Meteor Knuckles' damage is minimized by quite a bit. But now it looks like Rookie Spark has their own holy panels, or at least considering it. Holy Panels is a very good defensive play there, so they're still going through more chips and getting that Grab Revenge as well. So Grab Revenge allows you to regain the area, but unlike Judge Man, you don't need spawn books or anything. So you can just use that even on these broken panels and you'll regain all your area. Ooh, Windrak come down to clear off that life aura. So QED going into Beast Out, which might mean a Colonel Force turn coming up. Well, it looks like it was Muramasa, never mind.
Oh wow. That was half damage Muramasa because of Sanctuary.
Yeah, it did connect, but unfortunately it wasn't quite a lot of damage. Very nice charge shot from Ricky Spark. So by being able to break these panels, not only is Ricky Spark minimizing the danger of Q-Force, because soldiers cannot spawn on broken panels as we saw last game, but also limiting the movement of QED, making their attacks easier to land as well.
Fun fact, I actually did use Magnum back in the day to counter Q-Force, since if you do it in a line, that saves you from 3 attacks.
Yes, definitely. I mean, that is one of the reasons why. Ooh, Q-Force is coming down!
Oh, but I was on Sanctuary panel though.
Oh,
knock!
Meteor Knuckles! Ooh, 3!
What? Everything else just missed! Oh, that area grab went through first. I would have hit more.
Yeah. Unfortunately, they had used their area grab first, but they wanted to deny the anti-damage or the defensive to the place. We don't actually know. I think that might actually be an anti-navi. Ricky Spark still has more area control to go with, and actually QED isn't using any Beast Out crosses. I feel like if they went into Elect Cross, they could be using that to chip charge and break these panels or break these holy panels if they don't have any other outs to it.
Oh, that's right. Elect Beast has that property of cracking panels.
Unfortunate Windrak missed, but Element Man is another very good way of dealing with holy panels by changing the whole area to grass.
Area grab.
Ooh, let's see, that Grand -3, nice. Oh wait, oh, that was an anti-navi. So actually, are they still in this? Yeah, they are, okay.
Yeah, they are.
Okay, both sides having defensive chips prepared this time.
Trapped! There you go, free.
And we can see Ricky Spark is down to the last 5 chips they have in their folder. But they are very strong chips still. So Bubble Star into Elect Dragon, that is potential 360 from 80 damage. Within a few chips, cracks panels, and then follow up with another Elect Dragon and the Windrak, so they definitely still have quite a lot of damage potential to go.
That's Beast, huh?
Changing the order of things slightly, so they could be going for Dust Beast Chip Charge, which gives you some invulnerability frames and allows you to break some panels. Unfortunate TFC. Ooh, the roll, wait a second, so that's actually going to do quite a bit of healing and damage.
Wow, 270 damage, heal and damage. Oh!
Ooh, the double hit, but this time, because it's removed the bubble state, that means no double damage from the Elect Dragon.
Yes. That actually deals slightly less damage in the end.
Yes, I think in this case it was like 70 less damage. But if that bubble star was charged, then it would have meant they take extra damage.
Yo, that's so painful when you get hit twice by something like a bubble star boomerang or boomer.
Ooh, very nice life orb, but unfortunately Ricky Spark has just the answer to it. If QED is able to avoid that Windrak because of the beast jump, then they can probably win the game. Ooh, wait, actually, Ricky Spark is playing extra patient and is going into Tango Cross to use B-back to clear the life aura and then the Windrak for damage. That's actually very nice. Ooh, but if they will survive for it, their HP is very low. These Buster Beasts! These Busters!
The back beat! didn't happen.
Yes, as mentioned in a previous game, I believe the input is very difficult to do in Beast Out, and players often in critical moments are unable to do it, which unfortunately happened here.
Yeah, that is true. Like when you're in the middle of battle, things feel like they don't work properly.
Yes, and not only that, and actually, we have to say, QED got very lucky there with these Buster Procs. I think they got 2 or 3 in a row, basically. And it's only like a 3 in 8 chance to get one. So that was definitely quite a lot of damage from these Buster Procs.
All of these battles went down to the wire. That was impressive.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, they were all very close. Unfortunately, we only had 3 matches because people didn't end up submitting more, but they were all very close matches as well. So thank you all for playing, and next time submit more matches.
Only 3, but I want more.
Yes, unfortunately, these were the only 3 matches, which means we are approaching the end of today's stream. So let's head into the credit stream.
I wanted more.
Yeah, see, next time, that's why if you don't submit more, then Eurasia is going to be sad. You don't want Eurasia to be sad. Alright, thank you everyone for watching. Before ending the stream, I do want to mention the announcement at the start of from the start of the stream again. So basically, thanks to all of the continued donations and support we've had through our Ko-Fi all this time, we will be starting cash prize pool for a Blood Moon. So this Blood Moon is going to be started with a $50 cash pool split between the top 3 players in 50, 30, and 20%. But we are looking to also overhaul our Ko-Fi page in the future, and more very exciting additions are going to be included, and potentially things related to tournament prizes as well. Detective emoji. So keep an eye out for that. Is it going to be full throttle or split pools? Rocco is asking. So I believe it's going to be split pools, but I think ideally we'll have an announcement in a bit which will confirm it, and we'll also mention the prize pool for this upcoming Blood Moon as well. It might be a bit until that happens, but hopefully before the end of the day. Alright, and as usual, thank you for joining me this stream, Eurasia. It was definitely a blast having you again.
Yes, I always love seeing these awesome matches and seeing the new generation of net battlers show me some new techs.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, this stream had 1 player in each match, being completely new to me at least, and they all did very well. They were all very close matches as well. So definitely looking forward to their games in the future. Alright, and as always, huge shout out to Salad for organizing the tournament and running running the streams. No, not this stream. I did it this time, not Salad. I'm not Salad. And thank you to Ralsei and Salad for keeping the scores as well. And thank you everyone for watching as well. So next weekend will be the start of the Blood Moon. So you don't want to miss that as we build up to the first Blood Moon in the year. So to briefly explain for anyone joining us, Blood Moon is basically our big tournament. It happens 4 times a year, or maybe less depending on how the year goes. And basically the winner receives the special Moon Master Ball on the Discord. And from now on will be also with cash prizes. So there is another addition to the potential prizes from this Blood Moon. Alright, with that, thank you everyone for watching, and we'll see you again next week. Goodbye.
Bye.